Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in. Now, if you are currently dealing with the absolute unpredictable chaos that is a daily Philippine commute, well, you've definitely come to the right place. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the absolute best urban survival tools available to us right now, 110 to 125cc automatic scooters. We're going to break down the top contenders on the market, basically acting as your personal rider matchmaker to help you find the perfect two-wheeled companion for your budget and, of course, your lifestyle. Let's get right into it.
Let's be totally real with ourselves for a second. Are you just completely exhausted by the daily commute? Because whether you're a student rushing to an 8 a.m. class or a professional just trying to get to the office without literally sweating through your clothes, you know the exhausting reality of Metro Manila roads. The standstill traffic, the endless waiting, the crazy fuel costs of just sitting in a car for hours, it completely drains your energy before your day even begins. But there is actually a very practical, highly efficient way out of this gridlock.
Okay, let's dive into this. Why are we specifically looking at the 110 to 125cc category? Well, as community threads and expert reviews constantly point out, these machines are essentially the backbone of our local economy for a very good reason. First off, the automatic twist-and-go transmission means your left hand isn't cramping up from squeezing a heavy clutch in stop-and-go traffic. Second, they literally sip fuel. We're talking an easy 40 to 60 kilometers per liter. Plus, they're incredibly light, which means you have excellent maneuverability to filter through really tight spaces. And when it comes to maintenance, super budget-friendly, with parts available on pretty much every street corner.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to look at the Honda Beat, the Honda Click 125i, the Suzuki Burgman Street, and finally, a really cool under 40K budget hack.
First up, contender number 1, the Honda Beat, our undisputed savings champion. 72,400 pesos. Now, to put that into perspective, in today's market, that is a highly accessible starting price. For first-time riders, college students, or really anyone whose primary goal is to save as much money as possible without sacrificing brand reliability, this price point is just incredibly attractive. I mean, it gets you onto a brand new fuel-injected motorcycle with 0 miles on the odometer. That's a huge win. Now, what's really interesting about this bike is its legendary reputation in the local riding scene. In fact, on a massive Philippine motorcycle Reddit forum, one user literally joked, "Honda Beat, even if you pull out the ECU, it still runs." Obviously, that's a bit of an exaggeration, right? But it perfectly hits the nail on the head regarding its durability. It's built to take an absolute beating. Riders constantly praise it for surviving years of daily abuse, unpredictable weather, and open parking lots with nothing more than just your basic oil changes. And backing up that reputation are some solid, pragmatic specs. It's an automatic 110cc engine pushing about 8.89 horsepower. Now, I know that might not sound like a lot on paper, but because the scooter is physically so small and lightweight, it feels incredibly punchy right off the line. It's practically designed for riders who might be a bit shorter or anyone who wants an agile, narrow ride to easily filter through standstill traffic. Plus, with the unbeatable fuel efficiency, you're stopping at the pump way less often.
Moving right along to our second contender, the Honda Click 125i, the power all-rounder. And this brilliantly illustrates the biggest differentiator for the Click in this specific price bracket, how it handles heat. See, while most entry-level scooters like the Beat use air-cooled engines that rely on the wind to keep them cool, the Click 125i features a liquid-cooled engine. So why does this actually matter to you? Well, imagine you're stuck in a multi-hour traffic jam on EDSA in the middle of a blazing summer afternoon. Your scooter just isn't moving fast enough to catch the wind. Liquid cooling prevents your engine from overheating during those brutal standstill commutes. It is a massive advantage.
Beyond just the cooling system, the Click 125i brings some seriously premium features for an SRP of around 81,900 pesos. You get a nice bump up to 11 horsepower from that 125cc engine, a really sleek full digital meter panel, all LED lighting for superb nighttime visibility, and it even has an 18-liter storage box. But honestly, the real selling point? The community affectionately calls it Click 125 supremacy. Riders note that owning this bike gives you absolutely zero headaches. It is the perfect middle ground of power, modern tech, and rock-solid reliability. But hey, what if your commute is super long and your back is starting to ache just thinking about it? Well, that brings us to our third contender, the Suzuki Burgman Street, our comfort king, sitting at an SRP of 83,400 pesos. Now, to really understand the Burgman, you kind of have to understand the term maxi scooter. Basically, a maxi scooter takes the ease of a regular twist-and-go scooter, but completely scales up the body. It gives you a large frame, plush seating, and most importantly, extended footboards, so you can actually stretch your legs out in front of you while you ride.
The sheer genius of the Burgman Street is that it brings this luxurious touring-style comfort into a smaller, highly affordable package.
The community feedback on the Burgman is incredibly consistent and honestly pretty hilarious. Take a look at this authentic quote from a Reddit writer. Cheapest maxi scooter that looks like a toilet bowl but is comfortable AF. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It definitely has a polarizing, unconventional design on relatively small wheels. Some love it, some really don't. But every single person agrees that when it comes to riding for an hour or two straight, the comfort level is absolutely off the charts. It's literally like riding a sofa to work.
All right, let's pivot for a second and talk about our fourth section, secondhand scoots, basically our ultimate budget hack. Let's speak directly to the reality of the situation for a lot of folks. What if your budget is strictly under 40,000 pesos? I mean, you still need to get to work, you still need to beat the traffic, but a brand new SRP is just not financially viable right now. Well, the really good news is that the secondhand market here is massive and full of incredible deals. You just have to know exactly what to look for so you don't end up buying a lemon. So here is your quick, bulletproof checklist for navigating the used market. Number 1, always verify regular maintenance records. A well-maintained 5-year-old scooter is way better than a neglected 1-year-old scooter. Number 2, test start the engine. It should fire up instantly with the push of a button, no struggling whatsoever. And finally, number 3, inspect the consumables. Check that tire wear and absolutely ask when the CVT belt was last replaced. If you follow these simple steps, you can easily score a reliable, used daily commuter for under 40,000 pesos. Okay, we're at the final section, the ultimate summary. Out of everything we've talked about, what will you choose? So the crucial point here is really about matching the bike to your specific persona. If you look at the breakdown, if you want maximum savings, an incredibly light frame, and just legendary durability, the Honda Beat at 72,400 is your undisputed champion. Now, if you want that liquid-cooled engine for heavy traffic, some premium digital features, and a bit more power, you'll want to step up to the Click 125i for 81,900. And lastly, if your daily commute is a long, grueling stretch and you value your lower back above all else, the maxi scooter comfort of the Suzuki Burgman at 83,400 is waiting for you. Take one last look at those options and ask yourself, which scooter truly matches your daily riding style? Escaping the total exhaustion of the daily commute is entirely possible, and the right machine is out there right now, just waiting to give you your time, your energy, and your freedom back. Weigh your options, check out your local dealerships, and get ready to hit the road. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Ride safe out there, and I will see you on the next one.